stressful.
Sorry, thinking about my appraisal this afternoon.
Well, watch where you're going, mister.
You know, why do they have to do appraisal interviews 2 days before the end of the quarter when we're slammed?
Why do they have to do promotion interviews 2 days before the end of the quarter when we're slammed?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Hey, good luck with that.
I'm feeling pretty nervous about it.
You'll do fine.
Thanks. Good luck to you too, Chris.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, Chris. Come on in.
Hi there, Paige.
Hello.
Have a seat.
It's good to see you. Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please.
Okay, good.
Wait, you mean you didn't get it? I don't believe this. Well, who'd they give it to then?
I don't know yet. Maybe you should have tried for it.
Oh, I doubt it. Not after my appraisal.
Not good.
It was a complete train wreck. But I can't believe you didn't get the job.
I know. I answered all of their questions pretty well, I thought. Not well enough, though, obviously.
Well, you two are looking pretty serious.
Hey, James. Yeah, we're just wallowing and commiserating.
Really? About what?
Well, Paige didn't get her promotion, and I bombed my appraisal.
You serious?
Yeah, and the thing about it that gets me is it wasn't even a bad interview. I thought I did pretty well, actually.
Oh, not me. I knew I screwed up. Judy kept asking me questions I couldn't really answer.
Let's take a look at the next competency. Develops effective teams. The first indicator is provides appropriate support and feedback to colleagues.
Okay.
Please, give me an example of this. You know, an instance when you've provided support and feedback. One you're proud of, preferably.
Yeah, well, I do it all the time, really. I mean, I realize it's very important. People need to get support, and I try to make sure that I give it to them.
That's good, Chris. But give me a specific example.
Well, it doesn't really come up that often. I mean, you know, my team is pretty good. They don't really need that much support.
Any actual examples? You know when you've had to criticize, help someone overcome a problem, given someone praise.
But like I said, I do it all the time, really. I can't think of just one particular case.
Okay.
And she wasn't impressed with that?
No, and I got marked down for that competency. I mean, it's not my fault no one on my team needs support. It's like I'm being penalized for my team being too good.
I see. Let me ask you a question. What do you think competencies are for? I mean, why do we have them?
Who knows? To give managers boxes to check off, I guess.
Not really. It's how we communicate how we want people to work, Chris.
So I should just go around giving feedback to people who don't need it, you mean? Just because our competency framework says so?
Well, yes, in a way. Look, that's what a competency framework is, a description of how we want people to do their jobs. Supporting people is one of the things we do around here.
Well, I'm totally on board with competencies, but it didn't help me one bit. And I'd offered up tons of evidence.
Paige, what we're looking for in this job is someone who can make effective decisions. Tell us about an example of a decision you've had to make recently.
Okay, well, last month we landed the Bud and Mary's account, and we had to do the prep and the setup. The problem was it was only 3 days before the close, and there wasn't enough time, so I had to decide what to do.
Tell us about the actual situation you found yourself in. What were you trying to do?
Well, as you know, we couldn't delay the close. I mean, we were 3 days away from it with 3 full days of work left to do. But the sales rep had promised the client that we would finish the setup before month's end. But we couldn't do both.
So how did you decide what to do?
Well, I generated a list of options, and I looked at each one, and it was fairly obvious to me what we needed to do.
And how did you generate that list?
How? Well, I took out a piece of paper and I wrote it down.
Did you involve anyone else?
No, I mean, I knew what all the options were, really. It was a question of either missing the close, or dropping the prep, or getting the help we needed to make sure we did both.
What exactly were you trying to show them, Paige?
I was trying to demonstrate my competency in effective decision-making.
Yes, but what indicates